Welcome to the shooting show. This week we follow pigeon guru Geoff down in Essex as he goes on a crop protection exercise and tries to hit the century mark using enforcer decoys. Plus we bring you all the latest news from the shooting world. Today we take you back to the warmer months. Geoff's out for a spot of post-harvest pigeon control. He's picked the ideal location, next to a spinney, right in the centre of a field that's been left as stubble.
If we go that one there, we can see we're going to miss a lot of pigeons that are going to slide around the side here, so it's either that one there or this one here.
Well, you've got to decide really.
Well, I should decide with my legs, you see. I'm not going in there with them stinging nettles on. Unless you're going to cut the nettles down for me.
I'll probably trample them down a little bit. Right?
It's not a huge flock, but we can see evidence of the pigeon population. With luck, we'll start strongly and see how far the bag can build. This is to be a one-man shooting mission, but one temporarily becomes two, as Geoff grabs Stuart from behind the camera to help build the hide. Stuart's not complaining, he knows he could do with the exercise. Now it's time to bring out the real star of Geoff's pigeon exploits this year, the enforcer decoys. Previously a shot birdman, Geoff has been converted by the realism of these oversized deeks, and enforcers have sent him a new toy to play with today.
Flapper, first time out. In here, as you can see, there's a little recess there and there's a flat side on the silver bit. Just line them up, slides on a tree. And here, on the end here, got a little bubble, push that down, that goes in there, and as you can see the back there, put my stake in the ground,
Superb action, that, isn't it?
That flapper truly looks the real deal, but how will it perform on its first field test? Let's find out.
Lovely.
More pigeons coming there.
That's the first few on the ground, but Geoff is already out tweaking the pattern. The initial shot birds join the enforcers to hopefully bring in even more woodies.
Good George.
It's alright, Billy. Good boy.
Good boy. Good boy. Well, today, not really how you describe today, apart from the fact that I haven't been out for quite some time, getting the itch, getting withdrawal symptoms, and we've got a field of stubble on here which has unusually been left. So it was a case of just grab the decoys, get the net, get the cartridges, go and stand in a spinney that's in the middle of the field and just see what comes by.
Time ticks by as we await the next arrival. Eventually it comes in, but heads for the trees. Luckily, Geoff has a trick up his sleeve.
Just explain that then.
That's my little old 410, Mossberg 410 with my Ely 3-inch cartridges.
And it just a touch quieter when they land in the trees, yeah?
Perfect for when they land in the trees.
Yeah.
It's been a slow and steady afternoon so far, but now we start to hit top gear.
Pigeon.
Yeah. Do him.
Right, I've been here now, it's just gone 3 o'clock, been here about a couple of hours, and yeah, it's been good. There's no particular flight line, the fact is that they're just coming on the field from all angles, and we're pulling a few birds in. I started off with 10 enforcer decoys and the new enforcer floater, and they've done the job, you know, pulled the birds close enough for me to get a few shots. And we've probably got and we've probably got about between 30 and 40, so all in all very happy with it so far. I'm only going to be here for another couple of hours now, pack up about 5 o'clock, so I've just got to go and do some work. So yeah, it's going to be a nice afternoon.
You feel like you've satiated your urge to be pigeoning again?
Yeah, it's just satisfied me desire. If people who shoot pigeons, you know what I'm on about when you get the bug. Tree.
Yeah.
Geoff has built up some real momentum with a series of clean kills thanks to the Ely pigeon cartridges. In fact, he might even get to 100 for the day. We'd better not distract him then. Back to the shooting.
And again.
Yep.
Geoff's clearly in high spirits as we near the century mark, but this isn't just about sport. Geoff's carrying out a serious crop protection exercise too. There's time for a few more before we pack up.
Yeah,
Middle.
Yeah, in front.
Yeah.
And again.
Yeah.
Good work. That's another day finished. Very unexpected return on the bag. We've got 102 pigeons, a crow and a jackdaw, which was beyond my wildest expectations today. We started shooting round about 1 o'clock and we finished at 5. I've got to go off and just go around my rounds and check round things. Otherwise, I'm sure if we'd have stayed here for another couple of hours, we could have had quite a few more, because they really did start to come in right at the end there. But work's, so off we go. First time using the Enforcer floater. I must say it looked very good in the pattern. The movement on it was outstanding really, with a little bit of breeze, and then the wind would pick up and it was floating about all over the place, but coming back to its natural line. I'm sure it helped pull the pigeons in today. I've had quite a few shots today with a 410 Mossberg moderated gun, using Ely subsonic cartridges, 410 cartridges, and where we've been today in the clump of trees, it was absolutely ideal for anything that came and sat in the trees. You could shoot it, and anything on the field or coming towards us afterwards just didn't hear the gun going off, so they just kept coming in. So anything over the decoys, picked the brown and maxes up, and I was shooting that over there. So a nice little combination today, a bit of fun with it as well. We're just off now. I'm quite expecting to pick 1 or 2 more up here, 1 or 2 that's drifted down the hill, landed before the field, and I've got 1 or 2 that I know that's dropped out of the sky before they got to the woods. So, you know, the official bag's 102, but it could be 1 or 2 more. All in all, a thoroughly enjoyable, unexpected day.
Geoff Garrett there, nearly getting his century. And now, it's the Shooting Show News.
This is the Shooting Show News. Hundreds of people have visited a hunting meet for the first time during Hunting Newcomers Week, organised by the Countryside Alliance. Hunts invited newcomers to learn about hunting etiquette and history and take part in a number of practical demonstrations. The CA reported that feedback was very positive and said it is refreshing to know that there are a large number of people still wanting to find out more about their local pack and become involved. As we hit the heights of the game season, Beretta has released 2 new guns perfect for the game field. First, the 695 Field Edition, which offers a cheaper alternative to the 687 EELL. With a box lock action and grade 3 walnut, it's got a sumptuous feel and is set to retail for just under £4,000. And the Beretta White Onyx will be available in limited numbers too. There are 12 and 20 bore game versions and a sporting specification. This gun will retail at £1,575. Gamekeepers typically take the blame when birds of prey go missing, but according to the Scottish Gamekeepers Association, wind farms could be the real culprit. The SGA said we need new monitoring codes for wind farms after a report found that raptors are at the highest risk to turbine mortality of all bird species. Alex Hogg pointed out that there is no statutory duty to report bird collisions in Scotland and said he wasn't convinced by turbine manufacturers' claims that they had no effect on wildlife. And finally, the Countryside Alliance Awards have signed up a new judge, and it's Michael Gove. The new Environment Secretary joins the existing panel for the Rural Oscars, which includes Alliance Chief Exec Tim Bonner, Game Chef Peter Gott and a number of journalists. Gove has recently praised shooters for their contribution to wildlife management, saying shooting was just as important to the countryside as traditional agricultural enterprises. That was the Shooting Show News.
Well, that's it for this week. Thanks for watching. Please like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter. And if you're not a member of BASC, it's time to join now. BASC, looking after your sport, looking after you. This has been The Shooting Show.